If you're struggling with that dreaded slice, well, this is the video for you. Today, we're going to get rid of it once and for all. Today, I'm going to talk about all the different things I see when I'm giving lessons with people who slice the golf ball, and we're going to fix this slice once and for all. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, leave us a little comment and let us know what you think, and make sure you turn that bell on so you don't miss any future videos. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to look at is grip and setup. So a lot of the time with slicers, what I'll see is a grip that's in a very weak position like this, okay? And if we do this, what we'll see is that the grip normally will run through the palm of the hand, okay? So we've got to fix that. So first of all, what I want you to do is take your hand like this and take the club. Now we want the club to run just along the base of the fingers, almost from the base of the pinky to the top of the index finger, and then wrap your hands around. And now what you'll see is that is a much stronger grip, and I can, from my view here, see 1, 2, 3 knuckles on the left hand. Then we want to bring the right hand in, so whether you use the 10-finger grip, use the overlap grip, or use the interlock grip, that is totally up to you and your hand size and what's comfortable for you. I use the overlap grip. The reason I use that is it kind of stops me from getting too far over here, because I would tend to get a weak right hand. So I like to use the overlap to keep me from going too far over. So with this position, when the right hand comes on, we want to make sure that this V shape on the right hand points up towards your right ear. Alrighty then, now that we've sorted the grip, it's time to sort out our setup. So a lot of the time on the range, what I'll see is people with their knees way too bent like this, probably because they've been told by someone to bend their knees at setup, and then they come along and sit like this. This is no good because it stabilizes the hips, means we can't turn properly, can't get deep enough, likely to come over the top, cause that slice. So let's fix that. So what I want you to do is start with your feet together like this, in line with the ball. So draw a line back from the ball, should hit the middle of your feet. Now what I want you to do is hold the club out in front, legs straight, back straight, arms straight. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to bend from the hip until the club hits the ground. You're going to see that your chest points more towards the ball, okay? And you keep the legs straight for now. Now a lot of people can cheat with this and just do that. The back's still too upright, so we're going to have to bend the knees. So we got to make sure you bend from the hip like this, pushing your butt back until that hits the ground. So now that we've got ourselves in a better posture, we now need to think about the ball position. So with driver, a lot of the time, again, when I see people slicing the golf ball, what they've got is the ball position way too far forward, causing them to cut across it, okay? So if we go back into our setup drill, bend from the hip, get the club behind the ball, then we want to take 2 steps here. So the first step is with the left foot. The left foot will step out a little bit, and the right one will be a bigger step. So what that does is that gets our ball position about a ball inside the left foot, or if I've got my foot flared out, you can see that if I draw a line back from that ball, it sort of almost hits my left heel. We don't want it too far forward. Then the final thing, once we've taken those 2 steps, is just to soften the knees slightly. Not way down here, just soften them slightly, okay? And now you'll see that I'm in a great posture. And because of the step drill with the feet, my feet are perfectly aligned and the club's perfectly aligned to the target. Okay, now we've got you gripping it right and set up right. It's time to talk about the backswing. Now, here's what I see. When I'm on the range with slicers, I see 2 main backswing traits. First one being that the club gets whipped way inside and gets way behind like this, and then it gets fired over the top and across with an open face slice. Second one is that I'll see hardly any turn, maybe because the hips are like this, the body's too upright, so the club gets lifted way up, and then it gets thrown back over, across, open face slice. Neither of which are helping you, and neither of which are good. So, how do we fix that? What I like to see is that the club works straight back. So almost like you sweep the club straight back, keeping the club face, looking at the ball. Work it straight back like this, using only your arms, keeping this left arm connected to this left chest. Don't want it to go out, don't want it to get away, don't want it to go this way. Keep it connected, work that in a straight line to about there. It's almost like a putting stroke to there. And there is when the left hand just about gets past your right leg. Then from there we're going to start to hinge. But it's important that you keep this connected and straight back to there. So here's a drill to help you get that takeaway correct. Grip your driver way down at the bottom like this. Get yourself into that good posture position. Now if you do that takeaway wrong, you'll see that the club will come way off like this, and it will come off your left hip. What you want to do is make sure that you keep that club on the left hip like this, until it reaches the end of the takeaway position. See that? So I'm still connected here. The club's out in front of my hands, like this, and I can make a really good hinge and a really good set to get me in a good top of backswing position. Alright, now we've got ourselves in a good takeaway position, it's time to set the wrists and get to the top of the backswing. So what I want it to look like is that as the wrists set, the right hip starts to turn, and that'll get us into this nice deep stretch that will allow us to get the correct sequence on the way down. So a good drill you can do to get this feeling of the hinge and turn is you grip your club way at the bottom like this. You know we've got our takeaway position to there, that's still on the hip. And from here, if you want to set it properly, you want to feel that you're working that club down your left leg. You see that I'm setting my wrists, and from there turn and try and get your arms up. So it should look like this. Take away, hinge and set, and start to turn, and it gets us up into this really nice position here. So from the top of the backswing, this is where all the magic's going to happen. So as I'm sure you're well aware, slicers get to the top and they get over the top and they swing across the golf ball. So we need to find out the right sequence to make sure that that doesn't happen. So we've already worked on takeaway and getting to this nice position at the top. So because we have good turn here of both the hips and the chest, we now need to learn how to separate the lower half from the upper half so that we can get the club shallow and more on the inside. So this is what it should look like. Top, what you want to feel is that your lower body starts to separate and starts to unwind, almost like I'm trying to keep my chest pointing back at the camera towards you guys. I'm unwinding the lower body and the chest is staying back. You'll see that that is going to get the club into this position, nice and shallow, and now I can unwind and attack that ball from the inside. So that's all good and well, but how do we do it? A great drill for this is this chopsticks drill. So get your golf trousers on so that you can put the alignment stick through your loops, and then you want to have the other alignment stick up here. So when I take that backswing position like this, you want to feel that the lower alignment stick is separating, so I'm actually almost creating a big stretch and a bigger angle, and then from there you snap and I should get that X. So see it from this angle, up, lower body stretches, unwinds, bang. And that gets us into this great impact position. Alright, we're doing really well. So we've got grip and setup, we've got takeaway, we've got backswing, and we've got that transition on the downswing that takes us to impact. Now what do we have to feel through impact? So what we want to feel is once we start to stretch and we're coming into the ball, now I would recommend that you do this in slow motion like I am so you can really get a real sense of feel for it. This club is attacking from the inside. Now what I want to feel is that I continue to turn through with the lower body, with the upper body, and I get my hands to turn over like this. Okay, so we've got ourselves to here, and now we need to feel that release. So a good drill you can do to help you feel how the hand should release through is if you hold the club up like this, almost like you're in a baseball position. And if you swing it back and round, you'll feel that the right hand overtakes the left hand. So it should look like this. You see how my right hand's overtaken, and that's closing the club face over. Okay, so let's put it all together. So we've got our setup, ball position and grip. We've got takeaway, we've got set, top of backswing, separation, inside, release to the finish. That should get rid of that slice if you get all of those things together. Let me give it a go. Oh yeah, perfect. So, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a little comment, let me know how you get on. Feel free to send me your swings on Instagram, DM them there, and I'll take a look. And enjoy your golfing, and hopefully no more slicing. Thank you.